Well, hello, our wonderful TCG fam. I welcome you back to another Two Girls One Up ASMR video, this time featuring Lorcana. So my name is Nyx. I will be your host this evening. We've been waiting to open this Reign of Jafar Lorcana box, but we had to put it aside for Final Fantasy. Yes, that was such an exciting opening. We had so many people come and enjoy, and if you haven't seen the video yet, it's here on our channel, so I definitely recommend it, whether you be a Final Fantasy fan, a Magic the Gathering fan, or both, like we are. It was a very, very fun box to open. But that aside, we are now coming back to what was originally in our schedule, and that was, of course, this Reign of Jafar box. So this is the newest set from Disney Lorcana, and we're pretty excited about this one. As you can see from the map below, we actually do this on more of a competitive level. We like to participate in the set championships, and in this particular case, Sakti was the victor, and she won this beautiful map for us. So it's something that we very much enjoy. Playing Lorcana is a lot of fun, especially if you're not a fan of the traditional mana system that MTG uses, where you have to have lands to use as mana. Well, Lorcana introduces something very different that a lot of new TCGs have been using. You use your resources as your mana, or in this case, as your ink. But enough about the rules of Lorcana. If you are joining us this evening, chances are that you probably know a little bit about the game. If not, then this is not a bad place to start. You can see what kind of cards come in the Disney Lorcana game. In this particular case, this is set 8 from it, Reign of Jafar, and this will be our first box that we open. So without further ado, TCG fam, let's crack this open, get the plastic off, and take a look at some of these awesome Disney characters. Get that out of the way. All right, so here we go. We've got Minnie Mouse, we've got Rapunzel, and of course the big man himself, Jafar. So if you are a fan of Disney, then this is definitely something that would probably grab your attention. Disney Lorcana is a very, very fun, pretty easy to learn TCG, and just at our local game shop alone, we've been able to introduce this to so many people, and not just us. No, it's not just Sakti and I. There are a lot of players that we have that are all great people, and we keep going back every day, every Friday, to go play some Lorcana with our friends. So this one comes with 24 booster packs. There are 12 cards per pack, and yes, as always, we're hunting for what's known as the enchanted cards, which are beautiful, full arts, special arts, and just gorgeous cards. And hey, if we pull one, I can show you a little more about them. The first thing, or I guess not the first thing, but one thing I want to point out about the box is I'm really digging the gold and red aesthetic. Of course, the black in there too, thanks to Jafar himself. Just, it looks very nice, very clean. All right, grabbing one pack here. It's got Rapunzel on the top. And just like always, a little bit of information. We can feel how thick the cards are, and I'd say let's get to cracking, my friends. Let's do it. All right, so one thing about Lorcana is there are 6 colors. In this case, Jean. We're going to start with yellow. Monterey Jack in silver, Poe Dispel in purple, Wilhelmina Pickard in green. Gloyd Orange Boar, that's a name, that's in red. Wasabi in blue. And now they've introduced this in the last set, the Archazia Island. We have dual color cards, or dual ink. This is Alma Madrigal. Pulverlever, fantastic. Ka, oh, this is, I think, the first time I've seen the Hypnotizing Python. And then our first rare, Most Everyone's Mad here. And if you're curious how we can tell it's a rare, it's right there. That orange triangle is rare. This white shape is uncommon. And then the silver circle is common. A dual-colored super rare, as represented by this diamond silver shape. Jafar, High Sultan of Lorcana. No kidding, he is the big man. And then our cold foil is going to be the Sultan, a rare royal apparition. And each pack does come with some sort of puzzle card or a lore card. There's a lot of these nowadays that just give you a little bit about the story, as well as just a really cool picture that you can put together. There's a lot of them now. And I know I called them by their base colors, but let's see, it's a little bit of a, what do you call it, a test. Yellow is amber. The silver is steel, ruby, amethyst, emerald, and I'm not a blue player. It is sapphire. Blue is sapphire. All right, we're going to start with Joey, the blue pigeon. Another Monterey Jack, Defiant Protector. Palace Guard, Spectral Sentry. This vanish mechanic is new as well. So this basically means that you can get a relatively powerful creature with 1 attack and 4 defense for only 1 cost. But if somebody uses any kind of action on this particular card, no matter what it is, it banishes them. So they vanish. March Hare, Harebrained Eccentric. Alice, Courageous Keyholder. Adelaide Bonfamille, she's the patron of the arts. Pouncing Practice, one of my favorites of the set, not specifically because of what it does, I just really like Simba and Nala there. Light the Fuse. Honest John, the Shameless Schemer. Honey Lemon, Costumed Catalyst. And our, oh no, sorry, this is just a rare. This is Vinny, the Green Pigeon. I don't know what he's from. And then our foil will be a common Charlotte LaBeouf, Mardi Gras Princess. And see what I mean when it comes with some of the lore. This is page 14 of all of the different things. Hey, if we ever get all of them, maybe we'll post them as a social post on our Bluesky and right here on YouTube. Another Jean, Niceland resident. All right, we did not get a Monterey Jack. This time it is Genie, the Satisfied Dragon. Megara, Part of the Plan. Mad Dog, what does that say? Carnage's first mate? Brutus, Fearsome Crocodile. Little Sister, Responsible Rabbit. Lena Saberwing. Oh, that's pretty cool. Pure Energy. A nice evasive purple and silver. So very nice there. Evasive, similar to flying in Magic, but a little different. Evasive characters, as you can see here, can only be challenged by characters who also have evasive. So they kind of fly or just dodge around characters that don't have the evasive trait. Napoleon, clever bloodhound. Patch, the playful pup. My girl Yzma, on edge. That is going to be a super rare. And another super rare, Go-Go Tamago, cutting edge. That will be followed by our cold foil. Each pack does come with one foil, and it can be in any rarity. This is Bambi, Prince of the Forest, his cute little baby face. And an art card. All right, let's see what Minnie Mouse has for us. Going to start with a Dalmatian puppy, Tail Wagger. So these are pretty fun. You may have up to 99 copies of Dalmatian puppy Tail Wagger in your deck. So yes, some people definitely do that. I know there's a deck called Churna Dog. I won't go into the specifics of it right here in this video, but it definitely includes a bunch of puppies. And throughout most of the sets, we've gotten a new Dalmatian puppy Tail Wagger to add. So very fun there. And I like the gimmick of 99 copies, 101 Dalmatians. General Lee, head of the Imperial Army. So some Mulan cards. Camilo Madrigal, center stage. I like that art. Bill the Lizard, chimney sweep. Gaston, arrogant show-off. Who doesn't love Gaston? Television set. Arthur, determined squire. I like this card. Zipper, the flying ranger. The coachman, greedy deceiver. Oh. Here we're going to have our rare Anna, magical mission. So yes, frozen cards in this as well. There's Stitch, alien troublemaker. And Lady, family dog, is going to be our foil, followed by an art card. There's a familiar face, the Dalmatian puppy. It looks like he's playing with one of those like scarabs. Oh, that's cute. Another General Lee, head of the Imperial Army. Bambi, Prince of the Forest. So cute. Tipo, Junior Chipmunk. I love the Emperor's New Groove. Friend Owl, Cantankerous Neighbor. Adelaide Bonfamille, patron of the arts. Droon, Ravenous Plague. Oh, I don't know what this one is from. Interesting card. Had to look into that. Only so much room. Pluto, tried and true. And the Colonel, old sheepdog. That's an epic looking background here. I love it that they mix in the lore of the sets, so of Lorcana itself, with these characters that are pre-existing, and it's kind of cool. And that's why I'm saying, if you're a fan of Disney, this is just like another avenue to explore in the Disney world. You get to see some of your favorite characters in different settings. In this case, Jafar is taking over. Here we have fantastical and magical. And we'll get a super rare foil, Jasmine, steady strategist. Never gonna complain when you get a foil super rare. It looks nice. And here we have another art card. So as we continue through this box, I'm going to take just a quick moment to talk a little bit about that Final Fantasy opening that we did. And of course, with the popularity of Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy, we gained a lot of new TCG fam members. So welcome aboard. We obviously do many different TCGs, including MTG, Lorcana, Digimon. We're going to be doing Gundam once we get our hands on some product. We do Pokemon, we do One Piece. My goodness, we do sorcery, we do Grand Archive, we do a whole bunch of TCGs. Yu-Gi-Oh is one of our biggest as well, and so much fun to open. So that being said, we also do this a little differently than maybe some of you are used to. We like to take a gentle approach to opening TCGs. That is the ASMR element of our Two Girls One Up videos. So gentle, we like to talk to you, we like to experience this opening together, and we like to just converge. We talk a little bit about the cards, our personal experience with them, asking questions as well. For example, TCG fam, what is your favorite Disney movie? Mine, The Lion King, but I'm also a big fan of Treasure Planet, The Emperor's New Groove. But yeah, shoot a message in the comments. Let us know what your favorite Disney movie is. And hey, for a little bonus, add your favorite Disney character. That's a really hard one. I'm going to have to think about that one. But there's an example. These are ASMR videos. We're not here to speed through anything, to rip things, to scream. We're here to be excited with all of you and share this experience, this moment of opening things that we love and discussing it. So welcome aboard those who enjoy this type of pace, this type of style of opening card packs. We welcome you with open arms, and hey, if you're in the mood to experiment, we also welcome you. Give us a try. All right, let's get back to the packs. Rhino, 1/16th Wolf. I love it. Prince Ahmed, Rival Suitor. Ryder, Fleet-footed Infiltrator. March Hare, Harebrained Eccentric. Cricky, part of the team. Mrs. Potts, Head Housekeeper. They Never Come Back. Lewis, Endearing Alligator, so endearing. King Candy, Sugar Rush Nightmare. Ludwig von Drake, All-Around Expert. That's a cool looking card. That'll be followed by Elsa, Fierce Protector. And our foil is Tipo, Junior Chipmunk. Oh, so we've got page 1. Let's raid page 1. Be it known, High Sultan Jafar, Lord of Lorcana, hereby proclaims his benevolent rule from his seat of power on Hexwell Island. All are summoned to his magnificent palace to witness his coronation. Come, bow before him, and pay tribute. So that gives you a nice little setting of what we're experiencing, what these characters are going through, and many of them are fighting against it. So there he is, the ruler, the current ruler. If you're a Lorcana fan, you'll remember that Ursula also had her chance at the Hexwell crown. Mirabelle Madrigal, Curious Child. She's cute. Ariana, Queen of Corona. Yelena, or Yelana. Let's see, that's Northoldra Leader. Mad Dog, Carnage's first mate. Friend Owl, Cantankerous Neighbor. Go-Go Tamago, Mechanical Engineer. Need to see that movie. We have yet to see that one. Oh, that's Rokufort? Roquefort, block expert. She's your person. I also want to see Bolt. I like Bolt's design. Figaro, the tuxedo cat. Oh, that's cute. Look at him playing with the snakes, knocking them over. I love it. I love it. Fred, the giant-sized. I haven't seen this one before. That's awesome. Queen of Hearts, a good card. So while there are 5 or more characters with damage in play, this character gets +3 lore. So when she comes in, if you've got characters on your side of the board and characters on your opponent's side of the board that have damage, there's 5 of them or more, she can quest for 6 lore. And that being said, the goal of Lorcana is to get up to 20 lore. Right now, she quests for 3, but add that effect, she quests for 6. That's a big chunk of lore. Why she's a super rare. Oh wow, and then Forest Duel. Very cool. And here we have an art card. Look at those little scarabs go. All right, another rhino, 1/16 wolf. That kills me. Television set. Captain Hook, forceful duelist. So interesting thing about this card is it's exactly the same as a previous card that exists for Captain Hook, but it's a new art. So we're calling it the Captain Hook reprint. They reprinted it in this set with this new art style. Nero, fearsome crocodile. He who steals and runs away. Mr. Snoops, betrayed partner. He looks very angry. Arthur, determined squire. Abu, illusionary pachyderm. Oh, that's right, because he's in an elephant mode. There we go. So also another illusion card, a vanish trait. Madam Mim, rhino. Oh, Madam Mim, she's fantastic. Ooh, another Queen of Hearts, haughty monarch. Not bad. Ooh, and another super rare, Lumiere, fired up. I love it. That'll be followed by Anna, trusting sister, in foil. Oh, that's fantastic. Look at that smug jerk. Here, we'll put him here. He can watch over all of our polls. Maybe he'll give us luck, maybe he won't. I don't know. I will point out that we have yet to see a legendary. So a legendary is kind of like a mythic in Magic. It's going to be the top rarity when it comes to cards. And then you've got, of course, the enchanted, which is above that. Once again, it's an alternate art specialty. All right, Jim Deere, beloved husband. He's protecting the puppies. Poe Dispel, Magica's brother. Fred, major science enthusiast. Vanellope von Schweetz, spunky speedster. The wardrobe, perceptive friend. Khan, the warhorse. Blue Fairy, guiding light. Wow, it's from Pinocchio. It's an older animation, and it looks beautiful. They never come back. Napoleon, clever bloodhound. And now we'll get into the rares. Aladdin, vigilant guard. Mulan, charging ahead, so another super rare. And the hamster ball is going to be our foil. Well, we might as well get Yago too. I'm guessing it probably goes like this in the art. We have yet to put it all together. Oops. Mirabelle Magical, Curious Child. The Mouse Queen, Ruler of Mousedom. Bobby, Purple Pigeon. Alright, friends, I don't know where all the pigeons are from. I'm going to have to do some digging. Yelena, the Northuldra leader. I believe she's from Frozen, but I could be very wrong. Chaka, Junior Chipmunk. Oh, Mushu, there he is, fast-talking dragon. I'm so happy they decided to include Mushu. His first appearance was in the last set, the Archazia Island, so it was really nice to see him in play. Pouncing practice. Look at Zazu, all smug, and Simba. Oh, I loved Lion King. Atitaya? I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Fang General. Undermine. Another Ludwig von Drake, all-around expert. And Elsa, Fierce Protector. Followed by Twitter-pated. Oh, very cute. Chosen character gains evasive until the start of your next turn. Not bad, not bad. I could see it being played somewhat, but I think a lot of decks are very fast nowadays, so maybe, maybe not. I like that you keep the evasive into your next turn, so you can give it to something very powerful, quest with it, and then that character has evasive and can't be attacked by characters that are not evasive. You know, it gets my mind thinking. And then we have page 15. All right, I'm going to move our watchers so I don't knock them over. Here we go. Darling dear, beloved wife. I'm sure that's not her name, but I'd be mad if my parents named me Darling Dear. All right, another Captain Hook, forceful duelist. Megara, part of the plan. Chaka, Junior Chipmunk. Lafayette, Sleepy Basset Hound. He's so eepy. Anna, Trusting Sister. Ice Spikes. Ooh. Beyond the Horizon. I love Figaro, the tuxedo cat. He's just playing with the snake. All right, Archimedes. I also love Archimedes. Resourceful Owl. What? Donald Duck. Oh, this is the first time I've seen this super rare. Coin Collector. For each item named the Nephew's Piggy Bank you have in play, you pay 2 price, so 2 ink less to play this character. When you play this character, your other characters gain tap, draw a card this turn. Not terrible. I don't know how much play this is actually going to get because it's so specific. And unfortunately, a lot of Lorcana cards do use that specific side of things. So it's a super rare and it has value, but only if you build around that idea that you need to put cards in with the Nephew's Piggy Bank. So yes or no, it depends on what your play style is and how competitive you really want to be in Lorcana. So I personally would not be playing this. There are better cards with more value, but it is a nice addition to the collection. Then we're going to have a foil patch, Playful Pup. Alright, so now we have his scepter. We've got all these powerful art cards. Hopefully it gives us some spice. Let's get a legendary. Let's show the TCG fam what a legendary card looks like. It's pretty shocking, actually, that we haven't pulled one yet. But I'm not gonna lie, we've had a lot of lucky pulls this year from the God Pack, from Pokemon, Prismatic Evolutions. That was unbelievable. To just last week, our Final Fantasy box from Magic the Gathering had 5 Surge foils. 5. That's pretty crazy. not to mention we've got some other beautiful things in that box. It was amazing. We easily made back our money on that box. And talking about money, Lorcana is not a good way to make money. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are an investor in TCGs, Lorcana is for playing. Unlike Pokemon, unlike even Yu-Gi-Oh! Although Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of a mixed bag, but Magic the Gathering also a bit of a mixed bag. We are players and collectors. But for Lorcana, we are strictly players because, I'm going to be honest, not a lot of these cards have value like some of the cards that we see in Magic the Gathering. Sure, the enchanteds are specifically for collecting, and those tend to hold the value. But even those are not, you're not going to find super high value unless we're talking set 1. And set 1 has been out of print for a long time, and that's why. So, for example, Elsa. Elsa is still the top chase card in all of Lorcana, and that's the Elsa Enchanted from set 1. So just something to keep in mind. If you're buying a Lorcana box, I hope that you're buying it to play the game, because regaining your value, trying to get the cards to, pay for the box, most likely isn't going to happen. So just a little fair warning for you friends. If you want to get into this game, I hope you actually get into it. Now that all being said, the next Lorcana set is called Fabled, and that one is going to introduce, I believe it's 3 new rarities, and that's when we're going to start to see some of the prices fluctuate. That'll be very, very interesting. It's also, for players, it's going to reset the game entirely because Lorcana is introducing a rotation system. Sets 1 through 4, you can no longer use them in competitive play. And my friends, our decks are basically all 1 through 4 cards, just a few of the new ones sprinkled in. It is going to change the format, and to be honest, I'm here for it. I'm excited. Let's go. All right, Joey, Blue Pigeon. More of those pigeons. Nero, Fearsome Crocodile. Bruno Madrigal, Single-Minded. Jock, Attentive Uncle. So cute. The Dodo, Outlandish Storyteller. Jasmine, Resourceful Infiltrator. Lewis, Endearing Alligator. He does look cute. I do kind of want to give him a hug. Louis, One Cool Duck. I kind of like this card. I think there's value here. He's not too expensive. He quests for 2, and he debuffs your opponent. Madame Medusa. She looks crazy. Deceiving Partner. Ooh, nice. Captain Hook, the Pirate King. I love it. There's Rhino. I was kind of hoping for one of these. Rhino, the Power Hamster. Super rare there. I like him. Oh, and Cusco, Board Royal. Why not? Let's take the Llama Potion. What could go wrong? And we have an art card. All right, Charlotte LaBeouf. It reminds me of, what is it, Shia LaBeouf. So Charlotte LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf. All right, Ariana, Queen of Corona. Scarab. Bill the Lizard, Chimney Sweep. Lafayette, Sleepy Basset Hound. Anna, Trusting Sister. Magica Dispel, Shadow Forms. I think that's the first Magica we've seen in this box. Dormouse, Easily Agitated. He looks pretty eepy. Nice, another Louis. One Cool Duck. Oh, Feline, Playful Fawn. Oh, cute, she's evasive. Nice. There's my boy, Bolt. I love this card. And I know that it probably won't get a ton of value, but, well, So what I'm trying to do is build a deck around this card because it quests for 4, but it enters play exerted. That's what it means, tapped. So immediately Bolt can be attacked. Now, he's only 4 defense, so if you pair this up with things like bodyguards, which if I find a bodyguard, I'll explain what that means. Basically, it forces your opponent to attack the bodyguard first. Then you can get some really good value out of this. So I'm doing what I can to build around this card. I'm a hyper aggro player. I love to go fast and fast and hard, giggity. So that's something that I'm trying to do with using Amber and Steel. So if you've got any suggestions, TCG fam, pop them in the comments. I'd love to see them. All right, and a Scarab foil. Page 8. Hey, we know this guy, Jean, the Niceland resident. Anita Radcliffe, dog lover. So she actually has a name. There we go. I guess I'm mixing up 101 Dalmatians characters and Lady and the Tramp. They are very different movies. Genie, satisfied dragon. Megara, part of the plan. Mad Dog, Carnage's first mate. Brutus, fearsome crocodile. We have Brutus and Nero. Jumba Jukiba, critical scientist. Light the fuse. Oh, Thumper, young bunny. Alice, clumsy as can be. Oh, that's me, Alice. Oh, here we go. Yay! All right, finally. We get our first legendary of the box. Legendary, you can see it right here, has the gold at the bottom. This is Chief Bogo Commanding Officer. During an opponent's turn, whenever one of your characters with Bodyguard is banished, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a character card with cost 5 or less, you may play that character for free. Otherwise, put it on the top of your deck. Not terrible. I think he's a little expensive for just being a 5/5 questing for 1, but he does have his uses. It'll be interesting to see if anybody does include him in their deck builds. My opinion is mixed. It's mixed. You'd have to kind of build around that bodyguard aesthetic, which, as you know, is something that I'm trying to do a little bit with that Bolt card. So it's an idea. It's an idea. All right, and we'll finish with, a foil Feline. And page 3. Finally, I get to put something in a sleeve. Woohoo! I'm going to take a moment to clean up my mess. There we go. We got to get Jafar in there at least. Yago can go on the pile, but Jafar needs to be in there. He needs to watch us. All right, Perdita on the lookout. It's our first Perdita. Khan, Warhorse. Bruno Magical, Single-Minded. Chem Purse. Gaston, Arrogant Show-Off. The Wardrobe, Perceptive Friend. I almost read it as Fiend. Forest Duel. I like the art of this card. It's very cool. Stopped Chaos in its Tracks. I love the muses. Hercules is also a really fun movie. Huey, Reliable Leader. He's not as cool, though. Nothing We Don't Do. Brother Bear is also a beautiful movie. I'm glad to see more Brother Bear cards. Oops. Another Jasmine, Steady Strategist. Good cards. And Friend Owl as our foil. Page 18. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. toss the box aside, give ourselves a little more room to keep cracking these packs. All right, Charlotte LaBeouf. Charlotte LaBeouf. Prince Ahmed, rival suitor. Friend Owl, cantankerous neighbor. Palace Guard, spectral sentry. Tramp, observant guardian. There we go, I think that's our first tramp. Lumiere, nimble candelabra. That's a fun word to say. Candelabra. Ice spikes. Bernard, overprepared. LeFaux, cake thief, because why not? Oh, Monstro. Monstro's a good card. There's, I think, and don't quote me on this, but I believe there is a infinite loop that you can do with Monstro. Of course, it's going to be a very expensive infinite loop, but I think this is our first Monstro. Yeah, of the box, definitely. But it's good to have it. I'll have to look into what that infinite loop is. Followed by Lady, decisive dog. And Bill the lizard. Not a bad foil. Jim Deer, beloved husband. At least he has a name, you know, Jim Deer, not Darling Deer. Whatever. Olaf, recapping the story. Okay, I'm gonna be a little objective here, and this is my personal opinion, Nyx's personal opinion. Olaf annoys the crap out of me. I'm not a huge Frozen fan, but I do enjoy the movies, and just, I don't know, Olaf, he's got his moments. Don't get me wrong, he's funny. But sometimes, I don't know, it's just, he kind of annoys me a bit. Yeah, feel free to, I know this isn't Reddit, but, you know, pop on the downvotes. Toby Turtle, wary friend. Royal Guard, octopus soldier. Jock, attentive uncle. Alice, courageous keyholder. Get out. Banish chosen character, then return an item card from your discard to your hand. I hate item play. Some people love it. Red, blue, my least favorite combination. I hate it. I hate it. She's your person. Candy Drift. Geppetto, skilled craftsman. Oh, another legendary, and this is going to be the Big Mouse. Yeah, Giant Mickey. So he has Bodyguard. This character may enter play exerted. An opposing character who challenges one of your characters must choose one with Bodyguard if able. When this character is banished, deal 5 damage to each opposing character. So in a way, it's kind of like a board wipe depending on what you have out. But he's also terribly expensive. He cannot be used as ink, so this cannot be used as your mana. But he is a 10/10, and he does quest for 5. He definitely has value, and I've seen some decks built around him. It'll be very interesting to see if more decks come out featuring the mouse. All right, wrong lever. There's 3 of these cards. It's pull the lever, wrong lever, and then I don't even know why we have that lever. 3 actions, and so far we've gotten 2 of them. All right, Calhoun, hard-nosed leader. I like Calhoun, kind of a badass. Toby Turtle, wary friend. Bambi, so cute, Prince of the Forest. Bambi's new to this set, by the way, so it's nice to see Bambi cards included. Tramp, observant guardian. Brutus, fearsome crocodile. Little sister, responsible rabbit. Pull the lever. Trials and tribulations. Droon, ravenous plague. Gyro Gearloose. Yep, so that's a new one. He's an eccentric inventor. And he also has invasive. Yeah, just what red blue needs, more invasive. Alright, Stitch, alien troublemaker. Sir Pellinor, seasoned knight. Oh, I guess that was our foil, yep. Alright, Dewy, lovable show-off. So I think we have all the nephews now. Genie, satisfied dragon. Scarab. Wilhelmina Packard, the radio operator. She was a funny character. Lumiere, nimble candelabra. Olaf, recapping the story. Luis, endearing alligator. There's Ka, the hypnotizing python. Madam Mim, I love her. Just a straight up Madam Mim. I'm going to be very upset when they get rid of Madam Mim Fox, if they get rid of it. She's from set 2, so she gets rid of in the rotation. She's easily my favorite card. Just a lot of power. She costs 3, she does 4 damage, just like this one, but she has rush, so you can put her in and immediately have her attack something. This one, not as good. I hope it's not the replacement card. Alright, Fred the giant-sized. Nothing we won't do. Okay, not a bad foil. Alright, Jafar. Alright, I see what you're doing here. Jafar, High Sultan of Lorcana. Let's read him. Whenever this character quests, you may draw a card, then choose and discard a card. If an illusion character card is discarded this way, you may play that character for free. I think he has value if you're building something based around illusions. I don't like that he's uninkable and he costs 5, but I do like that he quests for 3. So, you know, take it or leave it. I don't know. We'll see if he gets some play. That's kind of a cool card. Oh, Antonio's Jaguar. Little Sister, Responsible Rabbit. Prince Ahmed, Rival Suitor. Ryder, Fleet-Footed Infiltrator. March Hare, Harebrained Eccentric. Cricky, part of the team. Rolly, Chubby Puppy. He's cute. Quick Shot. Twitter-Pated. That's the evasive card. Oh, it means no worries. Cool. We'll throw that there. Everybody's got a weakness. It's true, Hades. And our foil will be a Calhoun Hard-Nosed Leader. Our card. Alright, 4 packs. I'm not gonna lie, this hasn't been the best box we've ever opened. There's of course still 4 packs left, so I can't judge yet. But I'm not super disappointed with the super rares that we got. Those have been kind of hard to pull, I feel, lately, so not bad. Right, Dewey, Lovable Show-Off. Hamster Ball. Tipo, Junior Chipmunk. Gloyd Orange Boar, such an awful name. Mrs. Potts, Head Housekeeper. Dump Truck, Carnage's second mate. Madam Mim, up to no good. There's Don Carnage, Air Pirate Leader. There's the Nephew's Piggy Bank. See, we got one of them, but it just, I don't know, I wouldn't build, well, if you have a character named Donald Duck in play, you pay 1 less to play this item. So it really does come together with just building like a Donald Duck Nephew's a duck deck. We'll call it a duck deck. I don't like that it's uninkable, though. All right, our first rare, the Sword of Shan Yu. That's cool. Oh, and super rare, Bruno Madrigal, Singing Seer. I like Bruno. I'm glad that they're, you know, making him a good character in this set. And then Atitaya. I don't know what she's from. I have no idea what she is from. But, I mean, she's a 7/7 quest for 3. Pretty straightforward right there. Page 6. Antonio's Jaguar. Magic Carpet, Phantom Rug, so another Vanish character. Illusion. Cusco, Board Royal. Kempers. Mr. Snoop's Betrayed Partner. Anita Radcliffe, the Dog Lover. Jumbo Jukiba, Critical Scientist. Bernard Overprepared. He's so cute. I love how cute some of this is. Twitter Pated. Belle's Favorite Book. Oh, that's a new, okay. Tap it, banish one of your other items. Put the top card of your deck into your inkwell face down and exert it. Okay, yes, blue is ramp. I am not a ramp player and I never will be. And I also hate item play. And there's a lot of items in blue as well. So yes, this card sticks with the theme, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. Ooh, here we go. Our third legendary, Stitch Experiment 626. When you play this character, each opponent puts the top card of their deck into their inkwell face down and exerted. At the start of your turn, if this card is in your discard, you may choose and discard a card with, it looks like, an ink symbol. So this does not have it. Ink symbol to play this character for free, and he enters play exerted. So we'll find here. So if I had this in my hand, see that ink symbol, I could discard it and play this guy for free. Not terrible, especially if you're playing blue because of the ramp. You don't necessarily need ink every single turn if you're working on already inking everything that you have via the means of a ramp. I could see him getting some play as a 3/3 with 2 quest. He's quick to get out as well. So, interesting. We shall see. We shall see. I'm not a blue player, so I can't tell you. And Adelaide Bonfamil, Patron of the Arts, is our foil. Another one of these. Okay, 3 legendaries isn't horrible. Nope, it's not horrible. Do have 2 packs left. We got Minnie Mouse fighting the big man. Let's go with Minnie. Save Jafar for the end. Perdita, On the Lookout. Bobby, Purple Pigeon. Royal Guard, Octopus Soldier. He Who Steals and Runs Away. Cricky, part of the team. Wasabi, Always Prepared. Yes, support. I'll talk a little bit about that. Support is nice, and you can build around it for sure. So whenever this character quests, you may add their attack to another chosen character's attack this turn. So it's pretty nice because it makes it a quest. Obviously, he's questing for 2, so that's pretty good. And then he gives 3 attack to something. So let's say I have Stitch out there. I quest with Wasabi, and then I give him his 3 attacks. So Stitch is now a 6/3. Can do more damage. It's a nice mechanic. Sir Pellinor, Seasoned Knight. And then Atitaya again, Fang General. LeFaux, Cake Thief. That would be me, the Cake Thief. Jiminy Cricket, Level-Headed and Wise. Ooh. An evasive. While this character is exerted, opposing characters with rush enter play exert. Ooh. I could see this guy having a little bit of play. He only costs 2, and he's a 1/1, so he's not super strong, but that evasive makes him pretty valuable. especially in early game. Interesting, interesting. And we've got Cusco Impulsive Llama. He looks so devious in a lot of these cards. That'll be followed by Ariana, the Queen of Corona in foil. Here is the art. All right, one pack left, TCG fam, and this box has been fun. I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been the best box, although 3 legendaries is okay. I've seen, obviously, there's the information bias on the internet, but I've seen boxes that are way better, and even just some of the boxes that our friends opened back when release happened a couple weeks ago have been better. Again, I don't want to complain, because I already kind of told you that when it comes to Lorcana, you don't buy the boxes in hopes that you're going to get your value back. It just does not work that way. Especially because not all of these cards, in fact very few of them, will actually be in play for competitive purposes. That is until the rotation happens, which is not this set but the next one. So we're talking the second half of the year, which I guess we're almost there, but more so like the last third of the year is when that will be taking place. So once that does, it's going to change the market, the secondary market, pretty heavily, and it'll just be very interesting to see how everything is reset in a way. So again, not looking to get the value of the box back, but looking to get cards that we need for our decks for now and in the future. And I'd say we got a few of them, so that's a win in my book. That's a win. So no matter what we get here, it is a fun thing to open. Disney is awesome in the way that, yeah, you know, it has a trading card game now, and it has its own story connected to it too. So I would not call Sakti and I Disney adults. You know, there are those. We're not judging. We're not as well versed as many of you are out there. So kudos to the Disney adults who know what they're talking about. All right, let's do it. Calhoun, hard-nosed leader. Dump truck, Carnage's second mate. Camellia Madrigal, center stage. Okay, this would be a fun playmat. I know Camilo, is not really the most popular character, but it's a fun art. Fred, major science enthusiast. Oops. Vanellope von Schweetz, spunky speedster. Jasmine, resourceful infiltrator. Okay, Jasmine's a badass in Lorcana, like an absolute badass. I love it. Lena Saberwing, pure energy. Oh, finally, a Hiro Hamada. So that's who's on our mat here. That's Hiro Hamada. Intuitive thinker. Oh, Pua. A protective pig. So Pua has bodyguard. Ooh, when this character is banished, you may draw a card. I bet Pua sees play. Purple and yellow, so what's that? Amber Amethyst is known as hyper aggro. So when you play purple and yellow together, you can go really, 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 really fast. So to have a bodyguard come in, that gives you card draw too. That's super important. I bet we see Pua get some play. All right, Nathaniel Flint. Oh, Notorious Pirate. That is so cool. He's crushing the scarab. He's from Treasure Planet. It means no worries for the rest of your days. And we will finish off with something not very exciting. Napoleon Clever Bloodhound and page 16. All right, my friends, sadly, I didn't get to show you what an enchanted looks like, but that's okay, because once again, those are extremely rare to pull, and the pull rates, I don't know, they've been kind of all over the place when it comes to Reign of Jafar, so I can't really say for sure. This is our first and only box that we opened, so probably not good statistics there. So no enchanted, but we did get 3 legendaries. Let's see, Chief Bogo, Mickey Mouse, Giant Mouse, and Stitch. So this one's actually new to our collection. We had one of these, so I'm pretty happy about that. As always, we'll do a quick recap of what we got, just going through each color. Alright, so that's going to do it for the rares, uncommons, and commons. The super rares, Bruno Magical, Jafar, High Sultan of Lorcana, Jasmine, Rhino, Donald Duck, Mulan, Lumiere, Queen of Hearts, another Queen of Hearts, Jasmine Foil, Go-Go Tamago, Yzma, I love Yzma, and another Jafar. So we started with Jafar, ended with Jafar. Somewhat like that. All right, my friends, so that is it. That was our box. of Lorcana, Reign of Jafar. And he showed up a couple times, and we got 3 legendaries from it, so again, not too bad. Had a great time with you talking about Disney. It's one of the easiest things to talk about because there's so many Disney movies and so much fun to be had. So once again, I'll ask you the question, what is your favorite Disney movie? And for bonus points, cookie points, you can add your favorite Disney character. And thinking about mine, my gosh, I mean, I love Yzma, I love Simba, I love Kiara and Kovu. I like Kovu more than Kiara. Oh my god, it's just so hard. It is so hard to figure out who your favorite Disney character is. But hey, if you have one that stands out, let us know. We would absolutely love it. And you know, Sakti, when it comes to her favorite Disney movie, it is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's at least her, you know, her favorite Disney princess. And no Snow White cards, but that's okay. We have a lot of them from the previous sets, so definitely exists. Don't you worry. All right, this video has crapped over that hour mark. I'm sorry, I've just been having so much fun. So with that in mind, Jafar is going to cast his illusionary spell. We're going to disappear for a little bit, but hey, if you want to stay with us, pop over to our Bluesky, 2 Girls 1 Up over on Bluesky, and we are also right here on YouTube. So you can follow us via our community page, our posts page, just to see kind of the fun that we have behind the camera. And also so you don't miss any announcements for future videos. And as always, I'll ask to pop a like on this video and subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. If you are a fan of TCGs, if you like that soft touch, then we're here for it. And we hope that you are too. So with that, Jafar, cast your spell. Let's go. All right. I know, cringy. Nyx out, my friends.